So just like another stablecoin, DAI, it is over collateralized with crypto assets because crypto is volatile. So they have to actually over collateralize. So I really hope that Tether USDT is taking that position and making sure that they're properly hedged in case there's any type of crazy liquidation. What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. So if you have not yet caught the previous YouTube video, I highly recommend checking it out. We discussed the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, the DTCC. They're an enormous organization providing services to the vast majority of clearing and settlement services for securities in the United States. Now this was the Federal Reserve before the Federal Reserve even existed. And the weird thing is that nobody really knows exactly who the owners are. They service the largest banks in the world. And I know this sounds like a made-up number, but in 2019 alone, the DTCC processed $2.15 quadrillion in a single year. And on a routine basis, as discussed by this gentleman in the video I shared, the DTCC processes trillions of dollars on a daily basis. Now, if this was in 2019 and we're in the year 2022 and inflation is higher than it's ever been, there's been definitely more printing the past couple years, I think we can safely assume that this number is still well above $2 quadrillion. And this is focused on clearing and settlements and of course payments. Because we understand blockchain, we understand even above that, DLT, distributed ledger tech, the importance of having redundancy, immutability in a completely trustless environment. So the crypto market cap is at approximately $1.2 trillion. And we're talking about multiple quadrillion dollars right here. And to put that in perspective, 1 quadrillion is equivalent to 1,000 trillion. In this group, the Fed before the Fed had a CEO named Don Donahue, and as shown in the previous YouTube video I uploaded with dates, articles, and sources, Don was named the chairman of the Global Payment Steering Group, aka RippleNet, all RippleNet partners. And then around that same time, he was also named as an advisor for the company Ripple. Pretty eerie. And I'm also no longer able to find his name or obvious connections to the company Ripple. Makes me wonder. Bottom line is I am the most confident in these ISO compliant tokens. Anything that has a legitimate framework is working on getting regulatory clarity, different types of certifications such as, XRP or RippleNet is SOC 2 certified. There's ISO 222 tokens. QNT has its own ISO framework. It's really hard for me to be bearish on these assets long term because the use cases and problems they're solving could be measured in the dozens of trillions, if not quadrillions. So in my opinion, we are still in the year 2000 for cryptocurrency and blockchain. Remember that even Amazon did a 95% crash all the way down to $5 before exploding. And a while back, I showed you video clips of a gentleman on the news, it might have been CNBC, saying, don't invest in these internet stocks, they're volatile. And he was talking about Apple and Amazon. And I think it was the year 2000. Next up on coinmarketcap.com, we can see that Bitcoin is back over 30,000, approximately $31,300. We do still have some gaps on the Bitcoin CME futures right here. Of course, this ticker is BTC on TradingView. Now, as we scroll down, let's do XRP for example. So we're looking at the market cap and now look at the volume. We can see over almost $1.2 billion on a daily basis is flowing through XRP. So we're going to click this and we're going to scroll down and we're going to click see all markets. Now, as everybody knows, this is a huge reason why we want assets listed on tier 1 exchanges. We want Casper, we want DAG listed on Binance because look at this daily volume, over $100 million. Now, even if all of this is not completely organic, maybe some of it is wash trading, this is significantly more reliable and trusted compared to some other very tiny exchanges that are known to fudge their figures and do active wash trading. Meaning that they deliberately augment their 24-hour volume to appear more liquid than other exchanges. Now, Binance obviously is a household name in the cryptocurrency market. No exchange is perfect, but this volume, in my opinion, is significantly more organic than a lot of other exchanges we've seen in the past. So for example, we have Coinbean. Now, I do not use this exchange. I have used it in the past to buy some very risky coins, just very small amounts of money that I was willing to lose. And they absolutely, without a doubt, fudged their volume. Their 24-hour volume for some assets or altcoins was like hundreds of millions of dollars. Like they were basically pretending to have more daily volume than Binance and Coinbase, which was a joke. So now we're on Coinbase Pro, and you can see, a clear buy wall, a clear sell wall, and this is legitimate. This is real volume. You can see the sells, the buys, and the spread. And this is just for Bitcoin versus the US dollar. And from time to time, both on the buy and sell walls, you may see some crazy spikes, and I still believe those are organic. But when you look at a fake exchange that is definitely augmenting their volume and manipulating it, you're going to see like a giant arc, and it just does not look real. It looks too perfect. So Coinbase volume is significantly more real. Next up, we have news that RippleNet is actively being utilized by this Dutch Caribbean island pronounced Curaçao in their top bank Vida Nova. As we know, RippleNet connects banks, payment providers, digital asset exchanges, and corporations. Now remember, this is part of the roadmap. You want to get as many banks, PSPs, and FIs onto RippleNet, and then later on, of course, pushing the product stack of the XRP ledger. So this bank, Vida Nova, states its partnership and usage of RippleNet on its official webpage, where it says that Vida Nova Bank provides access to RippleNet, the decentralized global network of banks and payment providers. And also understand that RippleNet is significantly more decentralized than anything else in the banking ecosystem today. Instead of letting the top 3 or top 5 monopoly banks control what's what, it's decentralizing opportunity for hundreds of banks and payment providers. RippleNet, in my opinion, is extremely practical. They understand that the world's not just going to go to some utopia and be 100% decentralized. There are trade-offs with everything. So I think that RippleNet is correctly positioning themselves within this spectrum because they work with the world's largest banks, the largest financial institutions and payment service providers. They know their preferences, they know how to sell to them, they know how to pitch to them. And they also utilize Swift alongside Ripple for international payments. Just understand that we want to get as many banks and PSPs integrated with RippleNet. It's just another chess piece moving. Remember that on-demand liquidity saw volume increases nearly 8x year-over-year growth. 8x, not 20%. RippleNet also saw a $15 billion annualized payment volume run rate. And as recently confirmed by James Wallace, who handles the central bank engagement for Ripple, he said that they're still seeing, despite the SEC lawsuit, over $1 billion of XRP per month flowing through on-demand liquidity. So you guys can check out this bank, Vida Nova or Vida Nova Bank. You can see right here, Swift Network, we can see blockchain technology, and RippleNet connects banks. Slowly but surely, these banks are paying attention. So we can see that this bank in this Caribbean island is right above Venezuela, right next to Aruba. Next up, we're seeing more and more stablecoin regulation on the way. In quotes, under the new legislation, which will come into effect in 2023, stablecoins must be linked to the yen or another legal tender and guarantee holders the right to redeem them at face value. This was a stablecoin bill that was actually passed by Japan, aiming to protect crypto investors. Now, there's still plenty of controversy whether or not Tether is fully backed. Of course, it's not fully backed by fiat. It's actually even backed by crypto assets. So just like another stablecoin, DAI, it is over-collateralized with crypto assets because crypto is volatile. So they have to actually over-collateralize. So I really hope that Tether USDT is taking that position and making sure that they're properly hedged in case there's any type of crazy liquidation. Me personally, I'm not holding any Tether. I'm holding US dollar or USDC with my OTC broker, which is free and linked in the video description. Even if I'm being paranoid, I just don't want to take the risk after we witnessed what happened to Terra Luna. And also, please be safe, please be aware of any crypto scams. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, they're all using these platforms, even below in my YouTube video comments. Any person, even a Kevin Cage impersonator that is trying to reach out and solicit money from you is a scammer. And if you go right to my Twitter bio, you can see my only socials right there or within my link tree. And these are my only social media accounts: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And also, speaking of the quadrillions of dollars that are settled via the DTCC, we can see shared by Wrath Economin. A slow burn. Ripple investor SBI Holdings, based out of Japan, will open the Osaka Digital Exchange on June 27th, offering a private system for listed securities. This is going to be creating a secondary market for blockchain security tokens next year. And not every use case will require a crypto asset. But remember, there's still going to be a variety of tokens, utility tokens, security tokens. I mean, even in that same bucket of security tokens could be equity tokens, payment tokens, etc. Also, good news for Flare Finance. So they are pleased to announce the integration of Fireblocks. This is going to be great for custody. This is going to be great for liquidity. So I'm excited and hoping for a successful launch of Flare Networks in July. The first use case will enable institutional grade custody for Flare or the Spark token wrapped. More info to come. So we can see XFi and Songbird. Next up, by Matthew Liny, an absolute must follow in the XRP community. We have a Russian industrial giant, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm going to say Rostek, announces blockchain-based alternative to Swift. And this is another DLT system, so we're going to have to keep an eye on this. And remember that the Central Bank of Russia actually trialed XRP, the digital asset, not RippleNet. This is all posted and proven and shared by King Solomon. You can type in on YouTube, Russian Central Bank trials XRP, and you will see the documentation. We also know the Central Bank of China, another one of the BRICS nations, was meeting with Ripple years ago at their headquarters in San Francisco. Next up, with the HBAR Foundation, they're excited to announce our latest partnership with 1-11 Team, enabling them in their vision to create the world's largest sustainable play-to-earn or P2E gaming ecosystem. I think that's 1-11. I'm not the biggest gamer. Why am I excited for that? Because I'm looking back at Hedera's global governing council. Remember, they said they were working with some of the largest gaming companies in the world, and then later, finally dropping the news with Ubisoft joining as their newest council member. Looks like that this gaming company, Ubisoft, on Hedera's governing council's net worth is over $6.4 billion. So here's an older article, the top 10 richest game developers in the world. We can see Ubisoft is actually at the bottom of this list. Back then it was only $3 billion. But imagine if Hedera got some of these other huge gaming companies on their governing council. Nintendo, EA, Sony, Tencent, Microsoft. And also, just so you guys know, for future reference, you can save $5 with the promo code KevinCage on the YubiKey 5 series or any key on the website. Please understand that just basic two-factor authentication is not enough. Do not just rely on Google Authenticator or Authy or SMS two-factor authentication. Hackers can do so many things in today's ecosystem, and protecting yourself and your digital presence online is key. So have a physical security key, so if that hacker does not have that physical security key in hand, they cannot get into your accounts, they can't get into your Twitter, they can't get into your Coinbase, they can't get into your iCloud or your Gmail. This is super affordable and I have multiple as backups. And cybersecurity is just like an onion, you want to just keep adding layers. So this is the #1 security key that works with more online services and applications, even crypto exchanges, than any other security key. You don't have to be worried anymore if someone's going to hack into your KuCoin if you have one of these security keys set up with your account. I can hold the security key up to my phone to log in since it has near field communication or NFC, but I can also just plug this into my USB drive, put my thumb on that right there, and it logs me in. So if the hacker does not have your physical security key, and if you have your accounts properly set up, they cannot get in even if they have your password. So if this helps even just one person, it'll all be worth it. And again, a few benefits right here. So I posted this on Twitter if you guys want to go check this out, and promo code KevinCage will save you $5. And of course, you can find it right on my link tree as well, which is in the YouTube video description. Scroll down and right here, save $5 with code KevinCage. So XRP Crypto Wolf sharing that XRP is #4 on the top 10 current trending searches. The biggest crypto lawsuit in history, and it's just amazing to see XRP continuously trending on Twitter. Also, taking a look at the XRP price chart versus Cardano 88 and Algorand or Algo, we can see that Cardano on the daily actually came up to some of these moving averages, hitting the 50 daily moving average along with this 34. Now, obviously, using a smaller moving average is just like doing a top-down analysis and getting a little more insight into the volatility on smaller timeframes. It's great to see ADA has been rising a little bit after a massive crash, because from its all-time high price that was set back in August around $3, wick to wick, it's crashed over 86%. The XRP price chart from its April 2021 high has dropped wick to wick approximately 83%, and it's still well below these moving averages, just like Algo. And then Algo, don't even get me started, using this high, which is a little more valid in my opinion, that's 86%. But using that really crazy all-time high at $5.50, which was also perfectly at a fib extension, we can see that's like a 93% crash. And I'm absolutely shocked that we have yet to have any type of retracement in the altcoin market. We have HBAR Foundation naming another gaming partnership. We have Vavel Games, a leading game studio, bringing the next generation of MMO games to Hedera. And MMO stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Games. And in 2020, the PC gaming market was estimated at almost $37 billion, while the mobile gaming market generated an estimated income of over $77 billion. And then we have the metaverse, which is over a $10 trillion market opportunity, and in-game items within these video games is projected to be a $1 trillion market, and some of them will be made as non-fungible tokens or NFTs. And next up, guys, for iTrustCapital, this is linked in the top of the YouTube video description, the leading cryptocurrency IRA and 401k platform. 24/7, there's no monthly fees, so this is completely free to use. It's just like using a Coinbase account, except for retirement accounts. Mobile applications available on iOS, and Android is on the way. I've been with this company since 2020, and they're valued as a unicorn company, approximately $1.3 billion. As I shared in the previous video, get ready for a few new coin listings, and I'm excited for staking on the way. And also an opportunity for anybody that already has an account here. If you do refer any friends or family, you get $200 for every funded account you get. And this is actually active until June 30th, 2022. And last but not least, I'm going to keep retweeting this tweet until Uphold allows us to withdraw our crypto assets. What's the point of cryptocurrency if all of our holdings, XDC, Casper, API3, anything on Uphold is still locked up and we can't actually use it to stake on chain? So I love Uphold, I love the team, but I will personally be boycotting this exchange until they allow us to withdraw our Casper. The best thing about crypto Twitter, even though it can be a bit toxic, is when everybody comes together and tells these companies or exchanges what they want, eventually they listen. But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned anything at all, would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. As always, all links can be found in the YouTube video description. It's good to be back at the home base in Puerto Rico. I was actually stopping in Chicago for a few days last week, so if you're wondering why I was MIA, was taking care of a few bank issues. So bottom line, be your own bank, and I'll catch you in the next one.